No extra trades. I don't want to. Yo, by the way, peep the view. Absolutely gorgeous. Margella Towers there. Drake Towers. No extra trades. I don't want to. I gotta make sure this is straight. I'm so sorry, guys. The camera must be straight for us. I'm no extra trades. I don't want to make money day trading. I don't want to risk my own capital. I only have $400 in my bank account. Wow. How do you make? How much did we make today? We made like. Look at my phone. I made like $2,000 on each account. It's like 10 grand or something. Let me actually pull it up real quick. I'll do it just for you guys because you guys are my sweethearts. You know what I mean? Here we go. I gotta block everything out, but yeah, that's good. I'm gonna take a screenshot of it. Honestly, I'm so sorry, guys. Here we go. Can I 2.2k times 10? So that's like 11 grand. Wow, how do you make this much money with only a couple $100? Well, here's how you do it. It's called funded accounts. Oh, I don't know what I did. Oh, there we go. Let's bring that boy down. Wow, I see something like, whoa, what's this? So I'm sure you want to learn how to get funded because I'm sure you've heard it again. You've seen the certificates. Here, I actually pull my certificate up real quick. So I don't really feel like doxing my entire name, but here's my first ever certificate of funding. Granted, on New Year's Eve. Pretty freaking cool. I'm very transparent about this stuff. And I got funded $25,000. Now I'm funded a lot more than that. And I'm going to tell you how to get one of these. So you don't have to trade your own capital, and you can use funded capital, which is infinitely better. So basically, how prop firms work, there are these companies, and they're like, you know what, dude, if you're a good trader, we're gonna give you money if you make money for us, right? And you'd like to think, wow, what the heck? I can buy an account for like $100 or like $30 at the lowest, actually. For this, like, that's insane, dude. And then I can just get hundreds of thousands of dollars from you guys. Yeah, wow. So you know how they say 99% of day traders fail? That's the problem here. So these prop firms are just collecting money from these traders that keep blowing accounts because they haven't joined this course and they don't know how to manage their risk or properly trade or even think for themselves or any of that, and they keep gambling their profits, and the next thing you know, it's just credit card swipe, credit card swipe, credit card swipe. And that's how these guys stay rich. So let's not do that, and let's instead talk about the benefits itself, because we actually want to milk these prop firms. So essentially, you just kind of search them up on Google, and then you go to their website, and you kind of can just explore yourselves, right? But what's the point of exploring if you don't know what it is? I'm here to kind of save you the time on it before you guys going on your own. I'll give you guys all like the raw information. So we'll start with Alpha Futures. And before I say anything, just so you know, I am affiliated with Alpha Futures and Apex. For code extra, you'll get large discounts. I'll get into that in a second. But here's the thing about what I'm saying in this video. None of it is going to be biased, okay? And the reason that I'm saying that is because you can go and, proof check yourself everything I'm saying here, and it'll all be backed up. And I'll explain everything to you in detail, and you'll be like, yeah, you know what? This guy doesn't actually sound that biased, because I'm trying to be transparent with you guys. And there's a reason that I affiliate with good fucking firms. Okay, so let's start with Alpha Futures for max out. Actually, we won't do it like that. We'll do like each firm for each perk. So max allocation size, basically what that means is how many accounts or how much funding can you earn from each prop firm. Alpha Futures, we're at 450k, meaning you can have up to 3 accounts, right? And the maximum account size is $150,000, so therefore it's 450. So top of is 5 accounts, maximum is 150. Okay, with Apex you're gonna have to 20 accounts, which is fucking nuts. So that's why Apex, that's why I literally got funded on Apex as my first prop firm, because they're insane. No other prop firm unless you have 20 accounts, at most 5. And they have $300,000 accounts. Like, dude. And during certain sales, you can get them for like $20 a pop. Like, I'm not even joking. It's nuts. So yeah, like I said, code extra for Apex, code extra for Alpha. I'm not affiliated with these two, and I'll kind of explain why. My funded futures is going to be 450k, because you can get 3 150k funded accounts. Maximum payout size. So when you pass your funded account, you get funded. I'm gonna actually explain that process right now. So how it kind of works, I'll actually draw it out for you guys. And by the way, I apologize for the microphone quality. I'm currently somewhere else that's not home. So basically how it works is that, let's say you get funded, or you get an evaluation account. So this is the evaluation phase, eval phase. Okay, let's just say you buy a $50,000 account. That's like the standard. It's what everyone usually gets. Okay, so you start with 50. All right, there's usually going to be a rule that's like, okay, you know what, your job is to not lose $2,000, meaning if you break below 48K, you blow the fucking account. All right, and your profit target is going to be 53K. So your goal is to make $3,000 without losing two. If you lose $2,000, what's going to happen is you are, can we not do that, please? Thank you. You are going to blow the account. If you make 53,000, I'll explain what happens there in a second. So basically you got to make 3,000 without losing two. What was I going to say? You have up to a month to do it. Well, technically you have longer. It's just that when you purchase the account, they're going to rebill you after a month if you don't pass it. But generally, no one's going to take more than a month to pass these accounts whatsoever. So you kind of have to make a 3-to-2 return, right? You have to profit, say 60% without losing 40%. If that's a statistic you want to go off of. Can't lose $2,000, got to make 3. You do this with proper risk management, like I taught you guys. Once you guys pass this account, what's going to happen is that they're going to reset you, okay? And there's like also like a couple of rules that go alongside this for certain prop firms. Like you got to trade a certain amount of days. You got to be consistent with your trading, blah, blah, blah. We'll get into it. Next, you'll have the funded phase. All right. So what they're going to do is they're going to reset you back to 50,000. You're like, what the heck? I just passed it. Why they reset me again? What actually happens here is that they say, all right, you've proven yourself as a trader because you're able to flip 50 G's into 53. Now we're moving you to become one of our funded traders. They'll fund you $50,000 or however much money you dropped on the account. And they're going to say, okay, for every dollar that you make on top of 50 G's, you got to keep for yourself at a certain profit split. So let's just say you did this exact same thing again, and you fucking pulled through it. Guess what? You just made $3,000. And let's just say you did this in 2 weeks. And let's say hypothetically, maybe you took a little longer. You did this in 3 weeks with safe trading. You made $3,000. And guess what happens from there? Instead of choosing to withdraw, maybe you can keep making more money. And then since you have more money to risk, you'll make more. Like it scales. You know what I mean? It's not linear. Is it dynamic? I don't know the word. It's like where it's like accumulates. Anyways, that's kind of how it works. And then you request a payout, right? At this point, request payout. All right, cool. Let's kind of get more, sorry, not more, but let's get back into the payout size. So Alpha Futures will cap you out at a $15,000 payout max, which is the most out of any other prop firm that there is out there. For Top Step, it will be $5K per payout. Apex, I don't know what the maximum payout size is. I actually don't know that. All I know is that like they will give you your money if you ask for it. All I can really say is, like, I mean, I've seen people request up to like 40,000 in one payout. I've seen like screenshots of it and stuff. That's like some pretty insane stuff. So I don't think they have a payout cap actually. My funded futures will be only 1.4 grand, which kind of fucking sucks. But the thing about it though is I'm pretty sure you can make more upon like receiving more payouts. But in my opinion, I think that's so fucking stupid, because when prop firms like Alpha Futures exist where you can just get 15K off the bat, I don't know why you would want to go with my funded. It just doesn't make sense to me. It's like, why do you limit yourself when, because let's just say you're at this phase where you're like, okay, I made 5.3 G's and I want to keep scaling. I want to use that money I made to make more money, and I want to like request like a 10K payout. You can't fucking do that. You gotta wait. And the thing is about certain prop firms like My Funded Futures, you gotta wait bi-weekly to be able to take these payouts for certain accounts. So like you can, yeah, it'll take you like 3 months to be able to request more than 1.4. It's, I don't know. I don't use My Funded Futures, but it's a prop firm that a lot of beginners use and a lot of people like it for whatever reason. Let's talk about consistency rules. So what a consistency rule is that basically when you make money, so let's just say you're trying to flip this 50 into 53 at the funded phase. You can't just take 1 grand and set it as your risk and do a 1 to 3 R and be like, you know what, I'm gonna make 53 grand, right? No, there are certain consistency rules that come with it. So for example, alpha futures and top step, both of the rules are the same. For the evaluation account, you need a minimum of 2 days traded, and you must make no more than 50% of your total profits. Meaning that if you want to get to 50 to 53, you can't make more than 1.5K in each day. Meaning that, let's just say on Monday you bought the account and you made 1.5K, like you did a nice 2R with risking $700, whatever. You made 1.4K. You didn't make more than half. If you do make more than half, it's not a bad thing. It's just that you gotta lose that money. Otherwise, you're gonna have to make a lot more money. Just don't make over 1.5 Gs. And if you accidentally do, just on purpose lose money. Just set like a trade where like your fucking stop loss, or you take profits like on the other side of the world, and then your stop loss is like exactly how much you need to lose, whatever. And do that for 2 days and you'll pass the account. Now for the consistency rule on the funded account, it's 40%, right? And this is going to apply throughout the account's lifespan. So let's just say you are at an account balance of, I don't know, 50 on the funded account. You can't make more than 40%. So meaning that you can't make 40% of like 53, whatever. I don't really know how that works because I don't trade with consistency rules on my accounts. Because I think that's fucking stupid. So there's 2 account types for alpha futures. There's the funded account, standard account for standard funded. It goes over there. You guys know what I'm saying. Standard account, and then none of the advanced. I use advanced accounts, right? So you don't have to worry about that shit. You can just make as much money as you fucking want. On Top Step, what there is 50%, same rule for the evaluation account, 2 days minimum traded. And once you pass, you have to trade for 5 days, winning $200 in each day, right? But there isn't a consistency rule for Top Step on their accounts. So they have one account type. Apex is a little bit different. So to pass evaluation, you can literally just full port your account in the first day. There's no rules, no consistency, none of that. You can just full port and you'll be good. Literally 1 day to pass is insane. Next thing that we have will be the funded part. So you need to make at 30% consistency rule for 8 days for the first 3 payouts. Now, I know that sounds complicated. 8 days, I gotta wait 8 days and I gotta make 30%. Apex why do you think I'm such a good trader in the amount of time that I've been trading and I started on Apex? Apex literally forces your brain to be profitable, dude. If you're able to make money in a 30% consistency and it literally teaches you to be disciplined. That's why everyone talks shit about Apex. Hey, Apex is bad, blah, blah, blah. Bro, because nobody's disciplined. Literally 99% of people who day trade are disciplined. And these same guys are telling you, don't trade with Apex because Apex look at all these rules. Bro, you can't even give yourself the rules, so this fucking firm has to do it for you. It's quite ridiculous. It's hilarious, actually. So if you're a beginner, you have up to 20 accounts as well. It's ridiculous. If you're a beginner, Apex is definitely the move, because if you can't force yourself to have rules, this firm will do it for you. It's actually nuts, right? Because you'll have a lot of freedom when you pick these firms that don't have consistency. Those are for when you're professional, man, when you know what you're doing and you can manage that risk. For my funded futures, we have 40% consistency on the starter and none on the expert, which is like their 2 account types. Next, we have withdrawal frequency. So once you pass your account and you got funded, you made a little bit of money on it, you've been trading for a while, I'm sure that you want to withdraw your profits. So for alpha, we're going to be having bi-weekly on the standards, which again I don't use, and on the funded it's the same as Top Step. Every 5 winning days, when you make $200+ you get a withdraw. Same thing with Top Step. And for Apex, it's every 8 days of consistency. On my funded futures, it's the same thing. Every 5 winning days of $200. But with the standard account, it's 40% consistency, and with the expert, it's no consistency rule. Now, pricing. This is a very important part. Top Step is the most expensive because you have to pay $50. This is all minimum pricing. All these settings right here, guys, are for like the most basic versions of accounts, right? This is obviously a basic course. It's like barrier to entry, right? For Top Step, it's going to be the most expensive here with a $50 entry plus $150 activation fee. So what that means is that once you pass your funded account, your evaluation account, and you want to get funded, you have to pay an activation fee for that account. So that'll be $150. With alpha futures, it's a little bit different. When they have sales, which they do often, they literally had a sale where it was $120 for the advanced account without an activation fee. right? It's pretty nice. They have those types of sales where you don't need to pay the activation fee, and they're really good. And they happen often. And even without the sale, I'm pretty sure it's like still cheaper than Top Step. Things like $150. I'm not entirely sure. I'd have to do the math. For Apex, it would be around $30 per account, maybe $20. This is when they do their sales, and you'll catch sales. Trust me, you'll catch sales. Actually, right now they have an 80% sale till the end of the week. Let me see if that's true. They emailed me about that. Yeah, 80% sale for the end till the end of the week. You can get a 50K for like $30. As for the activation fee, in certain sales, they do have times where they waive their activation fee, but usually it's $100. But you just have to look at the sale. They come and go. No one's in a rush here. Let the sale come to you. Let the money come to you. For my funded features, it's going to be $100 minimum for the starter, not starter plus, because starter plus is honestly the way better option. I'm pretty sure that's like $220. I'm not entirely sure. Let me actually check. Let me just see here. What's my funded features? Starter plus. This one's 127. Yeah, 127. Which one was? Yeah, this one was 227. The expert. Whatever. Cool. And yeah, that's it. That's it for the pricing. And if you guys didn't already know, I put check marks and lines and stuff on the screen to kind of tell you what's good and what's not. And I didn't put any here because they're basically all the same. For profit split, this is very important. When you take your payout, you're going to have to split profits with the firm. All right. And the reason they got to do this is because they got to make some money off of you as one of their funded traders, because you're trading with their funds. So with Alpha Futures, it's going to be a 70-30 split. And you're always the larger number, guys, just so you know. So you get 70% on the first two payouts. On the second pair, so 3 and 4, payout number 3 and 4, you'll get 80-20. And then on the fifth and beyond, you will get a 90-10 profit split. However, if you go for the advanced accounts, which again I highly recommend, you're going to get 90 from the bat. For Top Step, you get 100% of your... Okay, so this is a little bit complicated. So let's just say you flipped a Alpha Futures advanced account from 50 to 56K, and you want to request, let's say, 4 Gs, okay? Also, rule of thumb, generally, when you pass funded accounts, and let's just say that you were to get 50 to, 53, your drawdown would trail, okay? But it's always, on most platforms, is going to stop at your original account size. So let's just say you flipped it to 53. Let's just say you flipped it to 51. Your drawdown would then go to 49. But let's just say you flipped it to 53. Your drawdown would stay at 50. It wouldn't go to 51, right? It wouldn't be $2,000 behind you. Okay? So rule of thumb with this is that you don't ever want to withdraw, because there's rules for that and shit like that for most of these platforms. You don't ever want to withdraw within your barrier, your buffer, right? You got to build a buffer. So let's just say you're at 53 and you want to withdraw like $2,000, and it bring you to 51, but your drawdown would be at 50. You don't want to do that because it's going to be fees and shit like that. Just build it up, dude. You take a couple more trades, take a week longer, go build it up. Never withdraw within the drawdown range of your profits. You know what I mean? So if you have like $2,000 of drawdown for the account, you never want to withdraw within 52 Gs, right? You want to always keep your balance above that. General rule of thumb. So for Top Step, you can withdraw 50. You get 100. I'm pretty sure it's 100%. I'm pretty sure it's 100%. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. I think. If not, it'd likely be 80-20. I think I'm not sure, but you get 50% of your total profit. So let's say you flipped to 50K to 53 with Top Step, then you would only get 50 to 56, and you wanted to request 3K, you would only be able to request 3K. You can't request more, right, per payout. So you have to actually keep that money in your account. That's the only firm that does that rule. Alpha doesn't. For Apex, you got to keep 100%. For my funded futures, you can keep 100% until you make 10 grand in payouts, and then it's 90-10. And then let's talk about sales. So every prop firm except Top Step does sales. Top Step has never done a sale, and if they have, it's like literally been like over a year. I've never seen them do a sale. All the other firms do a sale. Alpha Futures recently did like no activation fee plus like 15% off sale. Apex has an 80% sale going on right now. My funded futures has some type of buy one get one at 50% off sale for. Let me actually see. I just leaked a bunch of stuff. I don't think we're good. They have some type of, here, you know what? Let me just try to pull it up. I'm so dookie at leaking stuff. I always leak stuff. It's okay. Nothing was there. Can we freaking see the sale, dude, please? Dude, yes, please. Can we like actually see the sale? Because when I open the website, it doesn't even show it, bro. Where's my, bruv? All right, whatever. Like they have like a buy one get one at 50% off for like new users or whatever. I don't know. That's kind of how prop firms work with payouts. If I'm giving my brutal, honest opinion, for starters, first of all, Top Step is out of the picture. A lot of people do like Top Step. Granted, I like Top Step too, but it gets outperformed, which sucks. You know what I mean? There are also all these other types of prop firms, like, oh, $5 accounts and all this bullshit, bro. They're all scams and they won't pay you out. It's so stupid. These are the ones that people talk about most. If it gets talked about, then it's good, right? Like you want to make sure these guys are fucking vetted. So Top Step is like out of the picture. Then you're stuck between MFFU, Apex, and Alpha. So in my brutal and honest opinion, I like MFFU. I haven't tried to get affiliated with them, but maybe I should. I like them. The only thing I don't like is this. Like, it's discouraging. It's like the Apex 80% consistency rule. Sorry, 30% consistency rule, but for payout size. But the thing that sucks about this is that you have to wait. They force you to wait, and it's not because you're undisciplined. Let's just say you're a disciplined trader, but you still can't make money. Like, what the fuck are you gonna do? Request 1.4k for like 2-3 months and make like $5,000 when you could have like 10x that? That's bullshit. So like, a lot of people say it's good for beginners because you learn how to pass accounts and stuff like that. Yes, go and do that. I also think Apex is very good for beginners because this forces those rules onto you. If you like that and your psychology works with keeping your payout size limited in order for you to become a better trader, go with MFFU. If you like the type of rules that Apex give you, the consistency rule for 8 straight days, go with Apex. Both very good firms for beginners. Okay, very, very, very good. Now let's talk about if you are kind of willing to pay up a little bit more money and kind of go fully in with trading. You're going to be looking at Alpha Futures and Top Step. And honestly, Alpha Futures is just better than Top Step in every single way possible. It's cheaper, better profit split. It actually has sales. The only like winner here is the, why did I mark this like that? I should have been, bruv, I'm tripping, bruv. I should have done, brother. Yo, I'm tripping balls right now. This, oops. Yeah, like I said, I was having my coffee. I finished it. I had it before though. Was drinking it when I was making this. Anyways, like I was saying, the max allocation size doesn't really matter because if you're a beginner trader, look at the statistics. Yes, you can have 2 extra accounts on Top Step, but look at the payout difference, right? And like I said, this is all beginner oriented. Once you get more into this, you'll learn more about it on your own and you'll realize which ones are most beneficial for you, but this is just for beginners. That's honestly my entire critique for funded accounts. Buy them, code extra type shit. Let's get it.